Time to remount an orchid. Wood is getting a little bit soft, a little bit rotted. It's beginning to go. You can see it's a little bit squishy here. So it needs a new stick. And this is how I'll go about doing that. First thing to do is find the right stick that's the right size for your mount. Since I'll be mounting a Cattleya pervicilliana, I want it to be on there for many, many, many years. And these two are just about the right size. Next, it's the scary procedure of removing it off its mount. It has a lot of nice roots, as you can see, everywhere. They're embedded in the stick, actually, but the stick is just completely decomposed. And I'd hate this thing to fall on the ground and get all bruised up. So, but you can see all the roots are exposed and everything like that, everything around there. It's going to grow new roots, so it's time to remove it. Nice sharp blade, be careful with your hands, do not cut them. And I try to save the newer roots that are coming out, but then I just cut through the old fishing line that's in there that holds it in place, and cut it on this side. Just a big circle around the base of the plant. And then cut it on the top side. Watch your fingers. Then just grab your plant and peel. Look at that. Quite easy. So this is trash. Hey, no trash. I'm going to be removing the debris that's around the base of the plant. So I just go in there with my fingers, make sure they're cleaned. Orchids are pretty tough generally, so they can handle quite a bit of abuse. Plant is prepared to remount, and we're ready to go. Okay. So here I have two great pieces of wood and this orchid. And the orchid was growing naturally in an orientation facing up. So I want to find the more upward facing piece of wood and see where it would meld in nice to the mount. That was a good fit there. Generally like to go that or like this too. I can do that there, but I think I'm going to put it on this side here. So generally I have two types of moss: the white moss, New Zealand moss, the Chilean moss they often call it, and then green tree moss. Wetter growers prefer this New Zealand moss, drier growers prefer the green moss. It doesn't hold as much water and drains fairly quickly, and that's what Cattleyas tend to like. So that's what I'm going to use. So I get a little bit, put it down as initial pad, not too much though, because I don't want to keep this thing too wet and I don't want it to rot too quickly. Then you want to place your plant, hold it firmly in place, make sure you got it lined up to where you want it to. I think that's a perfect spot right there. Then this is the tricky part. Get fishing line. 10 to 12 pound test is what I use. And you start tying it on. So I usually go about beyond and start tying. Try not to cut into the leaves. Watch out for the eyes or the potential new growths could come out. And once it's held in, I can start really wrapping this thing down. Try to get the roots to make contact, including the old roots, because they'll branch out. Some of them may die, but you never know. Oops. Then the next tricky part is finding that end where I started with, and it's right there. Tie it off with a simple square knot. Once, twice, and then pull it tight, not too tight because the line will snap on you, and then tie it again. The third to seal it off, fourth for security, extra security. voila. Here is my new Cattleya Pervicilliana, freshly mounted. Beautiful, huh? Now, now it's time to put on the wire.